The American Revolution, a beacon of liberty in human history, marked the birth of a new nation founded on the ideals of self-governance and individual rights. This tumultuous period witnessed 13 American colonies, once loyal subjects of the British Crown, rise up to challenge the authority of King George III in Parliament. It was a struggle for independence, a fight for the right to chart their own destiny, free from the shackles of tyranny. The American Revolution was not a spontaneous outburst of rebellion, but rather the culmination of years of growing discontent and frustration. The seeds of revolution were sown in a complex web of economic, political, and ideological grievances that festered between the colonies and Great Britain. At the heart of the conflict lay a fundamental disagreement over the nature of governance and the rights of the governed.
The British government, burdened by debt from its involvement in the French and Indian War, sought to exert greater control over the colonies and extract more revenue through a series of acts, including the Stamp Act and the Townshend Acts.
These acts, seen as unjust and oppressive by the colonists, sparked widespread protests and boycotts, fueling the flames of resistance.
Ideologically, the colonists, influenced by Enlightenment thinkers like John Locke, embraced the principles of natural rights, popular sovereignty, and limited government. They believed in the right to life, liberty, and property, rights they felt were being trampled upon by the distant and increasingly autocratic British government.
The tension between Great Britain and the American colonies reached a boiling point with the Boston Tea Party in 1773. This act of defiance, a protest against the Tea Act, witnessed colonists disguised as Native Americans dumping chests of British tea into Boston Harbor, sending a powerful message of resistance to the British Crown.
The British government responded with a series of punitive measures known as the Intolerable Acts, which further inflamed tensions and galvanized colonial resistance.
The First Continental Congress, convened in 1774, sought to resolve the crisis peacefully but also prepared for the possibility of war.
In April 1775, the first shots of the American Revolution were fired in Lexington and Concord, Massachusetts, marking the beginning of armed conflict between the British and the colonial militias. The battles of Lexington and Concord shattered any remaining hope for reconciliation, plunging the colonies into a full-scale war for independence.
The American Revolutionary War was a grueling 8-year struggle that tested the resolve and resilience of the American colonists. Outnumbered and outgunned, the Continental Army, led by General George Washington, faced a formidable foe in the British Army, the most powerful military force in the world. The early years of the war were marked by a series of setbacks and defeats for the Americans.
The British captured New York City in 1776 and held it for the remainder of the war. However, the Continental Army, despite facing hardships and dwindling supplies, continued to fight on, inspired by the belief in their cause.
The tide began to turn in favor of the Americans with their victory at the Battle of Saratoga in 1777. This decisive victory, a turning point in the war, convinced France to formally ally with the United States, providing much-needed military and financial support. The American Revolution was not only a testament to the courage and determination of the ordinary soldier, but also a testament to the leadership and vision of extraordinary individuals who shaped the course of the nation's founding.
George Washington, the commander-in-chief of the Continental Army, emerged as the indispensable leader of the Revolution. Washington, a man of unwavering integrity, strategic brilliance, and indomitable spirit, held the Continental Army together through adversity, inspiring his troops and guiding them to victory. His leadership was instrumental in securing American independence and shaping the character of the new nation.
Thomas Jefferson, the principal author of the Declaration of Independence, articulated the philosophical underpinnings of the American Revolution, eloquently expressing the ideals of liberty, equality, and self-government that resonated throughout the colonies and beyond.
Benjamin Franklin, a renowned scientist, inventor, and diplomat, played a crucial role in securing the support of France, a pivotal alliance that proved decisive in the American victory. His diplomatic skills and international stature helped to garner international recognition and support for the American cause.
The Battle of Yorktown in 1781, A decisive victory for the American and French forces effectively ended the major fighting of the American Revolution. The British, facing defeat on multiple fronts and mounting pressure at home, were forced to negotiate an end to the war. The Treaty of Paris, signed in 1783, formally recognized the independence of the United States of America. Great Britain, acknowledging the sovereignty of its former colonies, ceded a vast territory extending westward to the Mississippi River, effectively doubling the size of the new nation. With the War for Independence won, the newly independent states faced the daunting task of forging a lasting union and establishing a new government. The Articles of Confederation, adopted in 1777, proved inadequate in addressing the challenges of governing a fledgling nation. Seeking a stronger and more unified government, delegates from the states convened at the Constitutional Convention in Philadelphia in 1787. The result of their deliberations was the United States Constitution, a remarkable document that has stood the test of time, establishing a framework for a balanced and enduring republic. The Constitution, based on the principles of separation of powers, checks and balances, and federalism, created a system of government designed to prevent tyranny and protect individual liberties. It established a bicameral legislature, an executive branch headed by a president, and a judicial branch, ensuring a balance of power among the different branches of government. Section 8, the Bill of Rights, securing fundamental freedoms. To allay the fears of those who opposed the Constitution, fearing a strong central government might infringe upon individual liberties, a Bill of Rights was proposed. The Bill of Rights, consisting of the first 10 amendments to the Constitution, enshrined fundamental freedoms such as freedom of speech, religion, the press, the right to bear arms, and protection against unreasonable searches and seizures. These rights, considered essential to a free and just society, were a testament to the enduring legacy of the American Revolution and its emphasis on individual liberty and limited government. The Bill of Rights has served as a cornerstone of American democracy, safeguarding the rights of citizens for over 2 centuries. Section 9, the Legacy of the Revolution, Impact and Influence. The American Revolution was not only a watershed moment in American history, but also a transformative event that had a profound impact on the course of world history. It inspired revolutions and movements for independence across the globe, from France to Latin America and beyond. The ideals of the American Revolution, enshrined in the Declaration of Independence and the Constitution, became a beacon of hope for oppressed peoples worldwide, inspiring them to strive for self-determination and freedom from tyranny. The American experiment in self-government served as a model for other nations seeking to establish democratic institutions. The American Revolution also had a significant impact on the development of democratic thought and practice. It challenged the traditional notions of monarchy and divine right, asserting the right of the people to govern themselves. It established the principle of popular sovereignty, the idea that government derives its legitimacy from the consent of the governed. Section 10, Reflections on Liberty, the Enduring Significance. The American Revolution, a testament to the human spirit's yearning for freedom, continues to hold profound significance for Americans and people around the world. It serves as a reminder of the fragility of liberty and the constant vigilance required to safeguard it. The principles of the American Revolution, the ideals of liberty, equality, self-government, and the rule of law, remain as relevant today as they were over 2 centuries ago. They serve as guiding principles for a just and equitable society, a society where all individuals are treated with dignity and respect. Section 11, Conclusion. The American experiment continues. The American Revolution was not the end of a story, but rather the beginning of a grand experiment in self-government. It marked the birth of a new nation founded on the ideals of liberty, equality, and the pursuit of happiness. The legacy of the revolution lives on in the hearts and minds of Americans, inspiring them to strive for a more perfect union. The American experiment in self-government, a bold and ambitious undertaking, continues to evolve and adapt to the challenges of a changing world. It is a testament to the enduring power of ideas and the enduring human spirit's quest for freedom and self-determination.